Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown, along with Ryan Graham.
Hey.
Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta. Welcome back, guys. How's it going?
It's going well.
Excellent.
Another week down, man. Getting closer.
Yeah. Well, we actually got our first taste of football last week with Central Arkansas, Austin Peay. Now, Tim, I know you watched it because you and I were texting back a little bit. Ryan, did you watch that FCS matchup on Saturday?
Absolutely not.
I figured you probably didn't. I will admit that I did actually dip out probably around halftime and I just went to bed. I just said, I'm done. I'm not watching this anymore. So, but Tim, did you stick around and watch the whole thing?
I watched most of it. I think I dozed off somewhere, woke up somewhere else in the fourth, maybe.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, I will tell you, as far as football coming back, it was like the perfect intro. The very first snap was a 75-yard run for a touchdown.
Nice.
So as far as for everybody that was actually out there like waiting for football to get started, it was a nice start to see something like that. But then it was just FCS football from that point on. I guess mediocre FCS football. I didn't care about it when we were FCS. I sure don't care about it now, but I tuned in just to see some football. So
it took them a while to kind of get in any kind of groove, and then at the end it was just a flurry of points to see who win the game. Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, man. I've been drinking all day. I don't remember much about that game. The only reason I remember that 75-yard run is because I was sober enough to type it down in my phone for my notes for this before I was too drunk to spell any longer. I'm sure I probably misspelled something. This whole thing. I wrote it down so I remember it. I was making fun of Austin Peay because their sports website is letsgop.com. Sure enough.
Right. It's perfect. Of course.
Sure enough, that is what they were chanting. They were chanting, the crowd was chanting, "Let's go Peay."
Yeah, it's awesome. Dude, I mean, it's a fan base after my own heart.
I mean, I like it. So
for those of you who don't know, my bladder is quite short, especially when I'm drinking. I barely make it through any of these episodes.
Yeah, yes, that's true. That is a very, very true statement. So, Tim, you were a little iffy on whether or not the season was going to happen. After watching this game, do you feel any better about FBS and our games happening?
I do. I feel like we're going to start for sure. Finish, I don't know. And then the spring thing, who knows?
Well, here's the thing, though. If we start, then we definitely finish. It just depends on when we finish. Do we finish in week 1 or week 3, or do we finish the entire season out? How many games we play? So.
Well, I did run into some people from the athletics department in Summerhill today, and they were saying that, about a month ago, they were like, every day things could change, and they weren't sure if the season was going to happen, but now they felt like they were in a good place, and like the season will happen. We'll start, at least, as you guys were saying, like that's not really iffy at this point. Like we're going to do football, which is good.
So we got the word from athletics themselves. They say that they are feeling good that the season is going to happen.
100% confident.
There was a lot of confidence, yes, and I have every reason to believe the people I ran into. So multiple people. Nobody said anything negative. So
and as soon as you walked off, they were like, "We had to say that to that chump." We don't want him to call up tomorrow and like say, "No, roll my tickets over for next season."
Yeah. So right. we owe it to the P then.
We owe it to the P. Yes, let's go.
They set the standard. They're making it happen. They showed it can happen safely, and we can all watch while the teams play.
Exactly, and we do have some games coming up this week because it is the official week 1 of college football. There's not a lot. Now, I didn't put down the list of all the games, but normally almost everybody's playing week 1. There's very few buys week 1, but there's only a handful of games this week. I think we talked about it last week. They do have 1 or 2 maybe on Thursday and then 3 or 4 on Saturday. But of course, the Panthers are not one of those because Murray State backed out.
Man, if they change their minds, we could probably go right now.
Yeah, how much prep do we need for them to just be like, no, I'm kidding. We're on the bus. We're coming down. We're coming down from Kentucky right now.
You guys ready? We're ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, so it looks like we're not going to replace a week 1 game, obviously. Week 2 games probably not getting replaced as well. So
I'm not counting on any replacements at this point. I mean, it's kind of silly to even keep talking about it, in my opinion. I think we are what we are, and that's what it is.
That's what we call a segue. I was kind of leading into the next topic.
Oh, my bad. I don't have your show notes, so I have no idea.
I barely have show notes. I was so busy at work today, and then with the kids this afternoon, I really have had a chance to put a lot together. But we tend to find something to focus on and go on a tangent for way too long. So I'm sure that won't be a problem. Again, fortunately for us, is athletics did a news release today, gave us something to talk about. There's a little bit of schedule news, not about getting another team, but we got some game times. We have some networks, and we have a date change. So
a date change.
Date change.
That's crazy.
Well, the first thing that came out was that Lafayette game, that first home game. We have a time for it now, and it's I think a fan favorite. It's a nooner. We're all excited about that. You can wake up, roll right into the game, and have the rest of your day to yourself. So you guys,
I can fry you guys up some eggs that morning on my stove as we tailgate at my house.
Well, that's definitely on my list of things to invite everybody over to. Just I'm gonna have to get your address so I can pop it up on screen here for everyone so they can find your place.
Yes. Yeah. Barry just left the house, so yes.
You can agree to anything until
I can just agree. I mean, like you told me it was fine.
When dozens of people start showing up, she's kind of, and she already said yes. She's just kind of stuck.
We're gonna have tens of people.
Tens of people. That's almost the entire season ticket fan base of Georgia State.
So like I said, I ran into people from athletics, and we did definitely crack that joke when they were like limited capacity, and we were like, so we can just let everybody in, right? And they were like, yeah.
Hey, Fran, if you want to bring breakfast pizza,
yes,
then you are more than welcome to come. You're always welcome to come join us. But if we can get some of your pizza, then absolutely. Look forward to seeing you there. But the cool thing is it's an ESPN2 game, so we're getting on one of the major ESPN networks. That's pretty cool. I mean, even if it is noon o'clock.
Which one did you say?
On the Deuce.
Oh, the Deuce. All right, man. That's not so bad. Except for we lose on ESPN like every single time.
Well, to be fair, we lose a lot in general. So
no, but like we're really bad on ESPN. I think we're 100% loss.
Well, is Tennessee not on ESPN?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
They didn't shove that one to ESPN3. I mean, but
all right, we might be 98% lost.
Well, to be fair though, whenever we've gotten on ESPN, it's because we're playing a name opponent or a matchup they think is going to be.
You know what? That's totally fair.
So that would explain that. Tim, what did you think when you found out that home opener was going to be a nooner?
Not surprised. Glad it's on ESPN2, and I guess in some weird way you're waking up Louisiana Lafayette a little bit earlier, right? They're used to Central Time, so.
Right. Yeah, this game is going to be an 11 a.m. game for them watching back at home or in that swamp of the whole of Louisiana. So I don't know if 1 hour makes that big of a difference, but yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks for them from a viewing perspective, but I don't really care about the fans. I don't care about that whatsoever at all.
Yeah, no big deal.
The thing that I dislike about it the most is the lack of tailgating, but we don't know what the tailgating situation is going to be like since Georgia State says that there will be no tailgating. I'm sure we'll find a way to make that happen.
So
there's always a way.
Like show up, don't be jerks, don't have too many people, and you'll be fine.
Well, they said that there's no tailgating on any Georgia State controlled lots. Now there are other lots out there that are not Georgia State owned, but we don't know if those will be open for parking or if they'll allow tailgating as well. So Ryan, you living down there, do you have any clue which lots would possibly be open? And
well, I don't know about the quote unquote Turner Field lots. I think those are all controlled by Georgia State at this point. Maybe you know what? I don't know.
I think it's just the former blue and green lots. I don't know about that stuff on the other side of Hank Aaron, the gold lot. Yeah, I don't know about that lot at all.
So the gold lot they might frown upon because that's Summerhill parking right now. They don't have like that big gravel lot anymore. That's like where Summerhill people park. But Phoenix 2 Park. That's what I was saying. There's like a bunch of parking spots there. That's a good place for a good party. My house for some of y'all, not all of y'all.
The only problem with Phoenix 2 Park is there's not restrooms there, right?
There's not gonna be restrooms in any of the parking lots though, right? Like
that's a good point. I didn't think about that because normally when you go to a parking lot, they're set up for tailgating because they always have the porta potties. So
yeah.
True.
I mean, I asked that question and I didn't get a good answer. So there may still be porta potties like present but they might just be like stanky. They might have just been sitting out all year.
Oh,
like that one we had in the lot back in the old Georgia Dome days that never got cleaned. And was it the 6 years that we were there? They never put those things out.
oh, that was gross.
Yeah, that was gross. That was wretched.
What about the lots on the other side of the highway? Who owns those?
What? I don't
know. The other side of the highway?
There's no porta potties over there, is there?
Still, I mean, porta potties, unless so
you could get a entrepreneurial person that owns said lot with porta potties and advertise their tailgating.
The people who own that that Chinese restaurant parking lot, they will absolutely, man. They are looking forward to having some people. I bet they would put some porta potties in there if we called them.
The old Chinese restaurant on your side, on the stadium side, or
right on Georgia Avenue. There's like a Chinese restaurant that
it's closed down.
Used to sell, but they will open that lot for anything to sell parking.
All right, well, let's get them to open up that lot for some porta potties and charge.
I bet they will. Yeah, so that's a good idea.
One of the ideas that I thought about with everything opened up over there is, it couldn't be a real organized deal, but we could basically do our own little pub crawl, little bar crawl through the restaurants through Summerhill, but a noon kickoff, those places don't open up until 11.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Maybe next game.
Yeah, you could park there or at the stadium, walk over and pound a beer or two, but it didn't be time to get in for kickoff. So this whole noon thing kind of screws that all up. Plus, it's going to be hot as balls out there in the stadium.
Good point.
That's one reason why I wanted the late games for at least early in the season, late games, just to let the heat subside a little bit. So the sun blaring down on you. So that's going to be whatever.
I mean, we're just basically going to have to pound a ton of beers before 12 o'clock and show up as drunk as we can. I welcome it. I welcome the challenge.
Because even when there was tailgating involved, we were not there at 8 a.m. pounding beer anyways, right?
No, but we should figure out some cool breakfast item to do. I mean, we can do some mimosas and I don't know.
Eggs and kegs at Ryan's house. I think that's the game winner.
I have been enjoying some super cheap chicken and waffles at home for lunchtime. It's these frozen chicken fingers with frozen waffles, and it is delicious anyway.
All right. Well,
chicken waffles are freaking good.
I hope you enjoy those. I'll be eating the Cibola's breakfast pizza when they roll up in front of your house.
Oh yeah. No, I'll eat that too. Don't worry.
Excellent.
I can eat all of it.
Well, I was thinking, what if we just got some cheap tailgate chairs, just ones we don't plan on keeping, get a styrofoam cooler, and just go on the other side of Hank Aaron and just along the sidewalk, just sit right there and just pound those we can, and then when we're done, just walk off and leave the cheap chair, broken chair. Everyone's got a broken tailgate chair in their garage or their basement or something. Just bring your broken chair, get a styrofoam cooler full of beer, drink everything, and then roll into the stadium.
I think I still have two of my original chairs that me and Derek bought on the way to the very first tailgate we went to in the Brown lot at a Kroger. It was up above some of the tailgating. There was a tailgating section, and it was the cheap. I mean, they must have cost less than $10 a piece. And I think I still have two of those.
Yeah, I think I had one of those in my basement for a number of years. And I brought it to every game, hoping whoever owned it would take it back, and no one would ever take it back because it was kind of janky and broken as well.
They're blue and red.
Oh, that's not the ones that I had. This was the blue and black with the blue and black push-up panther.
Oh no,
my least favorite logo. I like the old Crimson Panthers logo better than having that blue and black push-up panther. That's it was just.
What it was for a while, man. You just had to embrace it. Yeah. If you're a real fan, you just do it.
You learn to love it.
Real fans don't embrace anything. Real fans complain about everything.
I still have that tailgate cooler chair they gave away. It's not even a chair. I mean, it's more like a stool. It's probably a foot off the ground, but they gave it away. I don't remember what logo is on it, but I still have it somewhere.
I guarantee you, it's that push-up panther.
It probably is. That thing was everywhere, man. It's a virus.
I bet the bowels of Central Park Stadium is just riddled with all kinds of push-up panther giveaways and stuff that they don't know what to do with. And I'm send them to the same place that the Falcons Super Bowl championship shirts are. Just
oh man, don't bring that up, man. That They brought that up on Sports Talk with the Braves 10-0.
Oh yeah,
Phillies come back.
the near collapse.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with it is that Falcons Super Bowl loss is going to be brought up forever.
Yeah, until we win.
And
even when we win, they're going to bring it up.
We could win the next 10 in a row, and they'll be like, they could have had 11, but they blew a 28-3 lead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so the Lafayette game, so we got that figured out as far as timing goes. The other news was the Arkansas State game, which is a Thursday night game at Arkansas State. It's going to be on ESPN proper, like big boy ESPN, dun-dun-dun. So that's great. But then I look to see what other games are going on that weekend, that Thursday. There's none. It's like if ESPN wanted to put on football, that is their only option is Arkansas State, Georgia State. That's the only other game. That's the only game. I didn't look and see if there's FCS because I don't care about FCS.
Smart move, ESPN. Smart move.
But how bad would it have been if there was an FCS game and we lost out the ESPN slot to some FCS game?
Austin P versus
Central Arkansas, the rematch.
I'd watch it.
No, you wouldn't because you'd be watching our game.
Yeah, the whole point, Tim, here is that they're playing the same time as us, you jerk.
They got dual screens. Let's go.
Yeah. I was going to miss any kind of obviously I was working on a watch party for all the away games, and this is going to be the one that I was going to miss because I was going to be in New York for a wedding. And well, I don't even know if that wedding's happening longer, but we canceled our airfare. We're not going anywhere. We'll be here. So maybe we can get a watch party together for these away games. I don't know what the situation is going to be like. Fortunately, with the limitations on the number of people you can have in an establishment, Georgia State doesn't normally turn out that many people. We can probably go into any place we want to and it not be a violation, right?
True. Good point.
I'm not sure that's a good thing. It's not a good thing. I know it's not a good thing. But so got that one scheduled on these, which is great. And then the other one was the date change. The Coastal Carolina home game was moved from that Thursday on, what was that, October 29th to Saturday, Halloween, October 31st. So,
ooh, spooky.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I was talking to, we did that little mini trick-or-treating thing at the tailgate on the bricks last year. There was only your daughter, my daughter, and I think maybe there was another one or two kids that actually.
Yeah, but they raked it in.
They did rake it in. But so I was talking to athletics. I think the same people you were talking to today, Ryan, and they said they were really hoping, they knew that October 31st was going to be on a Saturday this year because they looked at a calendar, and they were really hoping that the schedule, the Sun Belt, gave them a home game so they could do they had some big ideas to do a Halloween home game. But then it came out and it was put on that Thursday. So I was kind of bummed about that, but it kind of made sense. That way people can do their Georgia State game on the Thursday and then whatever their Halloween plans are on Saturday. And then
I think you'd still do if it was on Thursday, you'd still just make it the Halloween game. And you
still make it the Halloween game, but I don't know if they would do anything different. But now I'm like, well, can they even do all the stuff they wanted to do or any of the stuff they wanted to do last year? Because this year's going to be so weird. But that is kind of far enough along that maybe things are going better. They feel more comfortable about opening.
Cases are crazy down right now.
Yeah.
They're they seem like they're in free fall in Georgia, which is good. So I mean, and that's a good indicator. I mean, and that's only since the middle of August, I think. Mm-hmm. And they're almost halfway back down to where they were at the worst.
What we're kind of talking about a little bit in our little private group chat was, Halloween encourages mask wearing. So honestly, that should be the game where they bring as many people. If they just say costumes are required, you can wear a mask, be part of your costume, and be good to go. I would love to go to a full-on Halloween party, everyone in costume. I think it'd be awesome. Did I say awesome?
Awesome.
Maybe.
Awesome.
It's gonna be another nooner. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, that was my next question. Should it not be? Should that not be an early game?
Yeah, just to allow people to trick or treat with their kids.
Well, trick or treat with your kids, and also the
trick
kids.
Or treat your kids
with your kids.
Well, not even just the families with kids or the people with fans with kids or whatever, but even the students and everything. Halloween on a Saturday, that's a huge party night. A huge party night.
True.
You lose out on a lot of, we don't have a fan base that you can say, hey, do you want to go to a Georgia State game or do you want to do anything else?
Yeah, and Halloween's like never on a Saturday. So
Yeah.
that's actually wild, you know?
Yeah. So I think it makes sense to make it really an early game. Like you could even say a 3:00 game. I would argue a nooner makes sense for Halloween. Get up,
Probably.
do the game. Families can do whatever they want to do. Students and party goers. I mean, hell, I don't know what the party situation is going to be like in Atlanta come October 31st, but people are going to be doing house parties. I mean, I'll go to Ryan's house afterwards if we want to.
I just think like City of Atlanta is not going to do trick or treating for the kids. They're gonna frown upon it, and it is not going to be a thing in Atlanta.
Oh, come on, Ryan, man, come on! We have Mr. Libertarian, King Libertarian over here, and you're gonna sit there and say the City of Atlanta is gonna tell people they cannot open their doors to people walking by on Friday.
And they're not going to do it. Yeah, no, I mean I can tell you what I'd like to see happen, but what I will see happen is the City of Atlanta will say, I recommend you don't do it, and the people of Atlanta will not do it.
Well, I don't want to hear what you say you want to see happen because this is supposed to be somewhat family friendly, and those things really are not appropriate to what we do here. We can maybe on last call we can get a little bit more into it.
Fair enough.
Even then, I'm not sure if that would work. So
I'll say my kid's still not in school because of the City of Atlanta. Preschools are open right now. Not mine.
Oh, my kid's in school, but awesome.
My kid's in school. We're doing pod. I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we're doing the same thing. We're doing a pod school thing. So that was just the three things that came out today. So what we know so far about our schedule is we've got 2 ESPN2 games. We actually have times for 5 of our games, but 4 of those are away. We only have the Lafayette game is the only one. Drink it, Max. That's right. As Ryan holds his koozie up to the screen to show Max wine and beer. So it is.
Yeah.
Beer and wine.
Beer and wine. Yeah. So I think it's weird. We have 4 games where we know the time, but they're all away, and only 1 home game where we know the time. Wow. That's just weird. I know that TV dictates all this kind of stuff, but how do we know that week 9 at Appy is going to be a 2:30 p.m. game, but we don't know week 2 at week 3 East Carolina? And I say week 3, it's actually week 5.
Is it at though?
No,
East Carolina's at home.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's weird.
Actually, I think every away game except for South Alabama has already been announced. It's just the home games that we have no clue what time they're going to be.
I mean, we're probably holding out.
Is that a us decision, or I always thought it was just the TV networks made the decision? ESPN made the decision on the games.
Yeah, but we could always say 2:30, and then because that's what they do, right? We could always say 2:30 and then change it later. We've shown no reason not to do that, but yeah, I bet they're just waiting on TV contracts.
Yeah, well, that week 2 game at Charlotte is a 6:00 game, so we got a night game to watch there, and that says it's on the ESPN network is what was listed. But,
ESPN3, what?
Well, yeah, FB schedules in their news article they had today listed it as either ESPN3 or ESPN Plus, so it would not be a TV network; it'd be a streaming thing. So
yeah,
that sucks.
I might have ESPN Plus by then. Who knows? Laurie was trying to convince me that she wanted to watch some stuff on Hulu, and I was like, well, if you want Hulu and I want ESPN Plus and we already have Disney, maybe we should just do it.
If you have 2 of the 3, get all 3. I mean, the package makes it worth it. So, yeah. What do you guys want for game times? I mean, is anything? Right. I think that we're all on the same page in general that we want night games for the most part. I like night games in the beginning of the season, and then as the season rolls on, we can do afternoon games, but still like 3:30, 4:00. Like I wanted when it's colder outside, give me the hottest part of the day to go out and watch a game, not noon, but like 3:30, 4:00. I like a lot better. Does that change? Does anything changes this year with everything going on?
Night game.
I mostly want night games, yeah. So I can tailgate all day.
And if you can't tailgate, should we just get should Georgia State?
David, we're gonna tailgate.
No, this is an idea I have. What if we just got Georgia State to repurpose the Panther Express shuttle buses to drive around all of Atlanta and pick up all the drunk fans have been just getting blazed drunk at their house all day long. Blaze is probably not the appropriate word for drunk. It's probably appropriate word for something else. But getting,
yeah, whatever, man.
I was trying to say something other than piss ass drunk.
Hey, David, whatever you're into, it's fine.
But how everybody gets piss ass drunk at home.
Okay.
Panther Express just rolls up everybody's house, picks them up, and shuttles them there into the game. That raucous, ridiculous bus ride to the stadium. I like this idea.
David, man, what are you talking about?
Well, that's what they do in Green Bay. If you've ever been to Green Bay for a football
I haven't. I do want to, and I'm jealous that you have.
Yeah, I went to a Green Bay game, a Falcons Green Bay game in December. It was snowing, ice all on the beard. It was awesome.
Yeah,
but
I'm not jealous of the timing, but I'm jealous that you've been to Green Bay.
But what they do, they have a free bus service for game days that basically just goes around all the hotels and different points of interest in Green Bay, or I say point of interest in Green Bay, and pick up everybody, and it's free. You just get on the shuttle and it takes you to Lambeau Field. It's awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
All right, we got quite a question from Facebook from Gary Shooms, is a buddy of mine, and he actually dressed as a Georgia Southern player for Halloween. So we don't.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's horrible, but he did it because their logo had a GS and it's his initials. But the question is, what's the update on quarterback that tested positive? Any other players? Did he quarantine, test again? Gary, I told you this on our own group chat, but for the sake of everything else, we talked about it last week. Michele Calasandro, he tested positive a long time ago. He's better now. He's good, but he did have a heart thing that came up as a lingering condition, and he's just putting out a season for his own health. As far as I know, no one else has tested positive that's come out, right? I mean, I haven't heard anything, right?
I haven't seen anything else yet. No. It sounds like it was just him, and it's based on his own social media. He made decisions that he knew were like questionable already, and I mean, it's just like it sounds like he's healthy now, except for his heart is, it's just can't play a game.
They're taking care, just being safe, and like we said before, most likely Michele was not going to start and potentially not play at all this season. With the NCAA allowing players to not lose a year of eligibility by playing this year, maybe he would have seen some time, but most likely he wasn't going to play. So it's really just, looking at route for his safety and not really changing anything. But yeah, so thanks for watching, Gary. Appreciate it, dude. Thanks, man.
Hey, back to this tailgating thing real quick. I thought we were tailgating in the Chinese restaurant lot. I don't need a bus picking me up. We got a lot. Ryan's going to coordinate it, right? Ryan's going to talk to the
No, I'm not coordinating that shit. I mean, that's stuff. I don't know what our rules are on here. I'm drunk now. You guys have not seen. People that can't see, I've been eating because I did not have dinner tonight, and I am probably 6 beers in already. So,
drink your dinner, man.
I'm not coordinating because I'll be tailgating at my house with my friends.
And also, what he's saying is he's so drunk now that he'll forget that he agreed to do this anyways. So,
man, I've been planning on tailgating at my house for weeks now. Laurie already gave the okay. I told you that. It's fine.
No backing out.
We're good. We'll be grilling.
Gary's got another question. If basketball's on schedule, will they play?
Who is Gary, man? I've never even met this friend of yours.
We have heard nothing about basketball other than most likely our opening game against Michigan is probably off because I think that they said they're not going to do a out of conference schedule. But who knows? Because I think they're already talking about coming back for football. So we'll see.
Michigan is? I thought they were all out.
There's more stuff talking. Gary's also a Nebraska fan, so he's probably got a lot to say about that as well. But
I'd say who's a Nebraska fan, but the Sebelias are quite. I'm great friends with them, and so they are good. They're good in my book. I don't know about this Gary guy.
The NCAA is going to figure out basketball.
Yeah, we have time on that.
At least the tournament. They need dollars.
They're going to exclude everybody.
Are we on schedule? I don't think they care. Is the tournament on schedule? They're going to make sure it's on schedule.
They're going to get rid of our game just because.
They're not going to cancel the tournament 2 years in a row.
No.
Yeah. So Tim, are you going to take point on getting this tailgating set up at the Chinese restaurant?
I thought that Ryan was doing it.
I already told you I'm not doing it.
Can we just get some like yellow safety vests and go out there and
open the gate?
Just direct people into that lot right there until someone says no and charge them like $10, $20 a car.
Look, I already told you guys, if you go into Georgia State lots, it sounds like, and I'm not gonna I have no sources on this whatsoever. To put it to a David phrase, whatsoever at all. If you don't crowd around, there's not going to be a problem with tailgating in Georgia State lots. If you just show up and there's like 2 or 3 of you, there's not going to be a problem.
So we should just go and tailgate until they kick us out, and then we.
Because there's 2 or 3 of us, dude. We're like the biggest tailgate in the place.
The plan should be just to go and tailgate.
We're going to get fired. We are fired. We are gone. Yeah.
Who's fired? What?
Us. If it's literally just David, Ryan, and Tim tailgating, it'll be fine. But it's not gonna be because we have friends.
And so we go set up our tailgates, and then when they come by and tell us we can't, we just leave and we carry our cooler across the street and set up the Chinese lot and
guys, just come over. Just
go to Ryan's house. Yeah, I like it. All right, cool. That's what we're doing. We're gonna go there until they.
I'm not gonna go there. I'll just wait for y'all.
All right. Well, have a mimosa ready for me when I get there.
Well, I'm not a jackass, and the thing is what I just said was that they're not going to have a problem if there's like 2 or 3 people, but if there's like 10 of you, you're being a jerk.
I've been called a lot worse.
Well, it's not last call. I'm being cool. I'm being cool right now. You have limited my voice.
All right, well, let's move on from tailgating. I never thought I'd say that because tailgating is my favorite subject when it comes to college sports because it's all that really matters. There are some Sunbelt games this week, 3 Sunbelt games. South Alabama at Southern Miss, Arkansas State at Memphis, and SMU at Texas State. Do we want to do predictions this season and kind of keep track of our Sunbelt brethren? And I don't want to do the Georgia State games because we're all going to pick Georgia State to win 41-7. But I feel like maybe we
minimum 41-7.
No, exactly 41-7 every single game until proven otherwise. So the USA game, South Alabama game, Southern Miss is an 8.5-point favorite. You guys like that, or what do you think?
Wait, what's the matchup? Sorry,
taking Southern Miss.
Daniel's comment.
South Alabama at Southern Miss.
And Southern Miss is 7.5-point favorite.
8.5, but yeah.
Oh, yikes! Nah, I got Southern Miss.
Yeah, I think Southern Miss wins too.
Southern Miss all the way.
Yeah. So I'll try to remember this to do this.
Well, write it down, dude. What are you doing?
I'm writing it down right now, but that means I got to go back into my show notes from. I probably should have the show notes from next week pulled up as well.
What is this, man? Come on.
What kind of production is going on here?
Intern. We need an intern.
You need an intern. Where's John?
You need that intern.
Arkansas State at Memphis. Memphis is favored by 13 points.
Memphis.
Yeah, I think I saw something about Arkansas State losing a player or he's opting out or something like that.
No, and Memphis, just seems like they're on the cusp of something better,
The only thing keeping them from breaking through the American Conference is Central Florida. So
I was going to say, is the American Conference?
Well, this would be the year for any American Conference team to really break through to give that shot.
You're not wrong. But Memphis stood up to UCF. What was it, last year or the year before? Right? They were the people standing in the way, which was cool.
We were the people standing in the way because Memphis had to cancel the game with us to guarantee
to play UCF. Yeah.
And then UCF went on to beat the snot out of them, or won. I don't remember if they beat the snot.
No, I thought Memphis did okay against them. My bad.
It may have gone to overtime. I don't really care that much. So
I thought Memphis was your jam. I thought that was like your team.
I was accepted to that university. I was enrolled for half a second to University of Memphis, but
yeah. Sorry, David, you Tiger now.
No, well, to be fair, Tigers are Panthers. So yeah.
Wait, I don't believe that's true.
Whoa, no.
Yeah, Panthers on a cat.
No, we'll look that up later. But I think
that's a last call topic.
I call bullshit.
Okay. I looked it up several times because I don't believe it myself, but every time I look it up, it's true. It hasn't changed.
All right. Okay. All right.
Later. Science has not reclassified large cats yet. So
it's not just large cats are not just Panthers.
No, it's lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Oh my!
Probably not the bears.
The Bears.
So I know Memphis has the All-American running back that's opting out for the season, but still Memphis all the way. They have someone to replace him.
Like if you are the second string running back for a team that has like the All-American running back, and you find out he opts out, you're kind of like, that's a good decision, man. You made a tough decision. I really respect you for that decision. That's good. That's good.
Now get out.
Exactly. See you next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Final game for Southern Sun Belt is SMU at Texas State. It's the only Sun Belt home game, and it's SMU minus 11.5. I'm going to go ahead and put down that we're all going to say that SMU covers that game, right?
Nah, Texas State wild card, bitches.
Are you going for it? Are you going?
Yeah, let's do it. Texas State.
Right.
SMU.
We need to all have. We all pick the exact same thing. It doesn't make it very good, right?
That's right. And if we all just pick that Sunbelt loses all 3 games, like come on.
I will go ahead and do an early prediction that Tim and myself take an early lead in the pick'em.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
This season.
I didn't even pick the worst of, like, the person who's supposed to lose the worst. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, my words aren't coming very well. My bad.
That's if you keep on drinking and you're not eating your
Dude,
dinner.
I told you, no dinner, 6-7 beers, whatever I'm at. I'm good.
It's week 1. It's week 1. It's young. We'll split picks.
It's hard to say. I mean, well, the thing is, like I talked before, I don't pay attention to other Sunbelt schools. I just don't care. There is not a single thing that interests me about South Alabama or Arkansas State. Like there's nothing, like Appalachian State has a little bit of appeal just because of how good they've been in their transition from FCS to FBS. But I just don't care about other Sunbelt schools. Obviously, there's the one school that I, care about not caring about. But yeah, I
won't watch a game. Like I will look at a box score for that other team, but that's about it.
I'll watch this week. I'll watch just whatever college football's on. I'll put on whatever. I'll put on.
Is there a Thursday game?
There is.
Yeah, the third. Well, Thursday, not Sunbelt. I think it's UAB hosts Central Arkansas on Thursday.
God, Central Arkansas, man, they're in the spotlight.
Yeah, they are. They're going out. I think they
were like, "F it, we're playing. We're gonna get on ESPN all day, every day."
And I think they're playing Arkansas State later in the season, so they have at least 3 of their 4 out of conference. They actually got scheduled and are playing. So
nice. Good for them, man.
They're right now. They are the Division I college football champion. They're the only winning team.
Oh man, is that a segue into this other garbage factoid that you have? This ranking? Sorry.
No ranking.
If it wasn't.
I don't have rankings listed.
You didn't have rankings? We saw rankings. You sent me rankings. You texted me about
rankings. Tim sent some rankings, but I didn't want to talk about it because they suck.
Because they're garbage. That's right, man.
If you want to talk about them, we can talk about them, but they suck.
Here's what we're going to talk about is why they suck. Is all these people here's the thing that stood out to me at the top of the ranking was that we're going to rank all 130 teams because of normalcy is what it literally said in there. It's like, regardless if they're playing or not, we're going to rank them because of normalcy. What is normal about this season, and why is that important?
Nothing.
Well, I think I think part of it is they put Ohio State as the number 1 team over both Clemson and Alabama. And I think that was literally just one way to get like their page clicks up, but 2, also to embarrass the Big Ten, to be like, come on, guys, this was your year and you're blowing it by not playing football.
It's dumb.
Here's your carrot. Come back and play.
It's so stupid. Right? It's so stupid. They should just ignore the teams that have said they're not going to play. Like, if you're not going to play, you don't get ranked. You suck. You're the worst football team ever. You won't even field a team.
You are Alabama, who's too scared to play Georgia State.
That's right.
Exactly.
You're a terrible football team. You won't even field a team. You have zero talent, literally zero talent, because no one will play.
It's true. I would hope in week 2 they remove all the teams that aren't playing. They don't continuously put the non-playing teams.
They're going to do that, but it's like, what are you thinking right now? They've already announced they're not going to play. Who cares? Get out of here.
Well,
76 teams that are going to be there.
Well, that is the AP. The AP poll did say that as soon as games happen, that they'll drop out teams that are not playing. So that's and I'm kind of fine with that. Just kind of going into the season like where it's at. And there's only 5 games going on this Saturday, so it's not like it really changes that much. We'll see all those teams. We'll go from 130 teams down to what is like 74, 73 that are actually playing.
I thought it was 76, but yeah, something like that.
I mean, I know we're talking about it, even though we're not talking about it. Were we ranked like what, 109, 103?
So 103, and we were 63 in the whatever Brett McMurphy poll that.
I'll take that one. That one's much better.
Yeah.
Much more accurate.
I don't care about a poll unless here's where when I care about polls. If we're double digits.
Okay.
If we're ranked ahead of all of our conference mates or specific conference mates, or really when we're ranked ahead of any team out of Georgia. So that
we're in Georgia, like Georgia Tech.
So like in Georgia, yeah. So like last week we were ranked ahead of Georgia Tech. So that was meaningful to me. We were double digits and ranked ahead of Georgia Tech. That's a meaningful poll to me.
It's a very valid and viable poll to requote constantly.
Exactly.
Except State of Atlanta didn't, did we?
Except we didn't do what?
Did we requote that on Twitter anywhere? No.
I don't know, man. Twitter's hard. I'm too old for that. We need an intern.
We talk about it. We're 8 beers in.
Nobody got no time for that.
What?
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and add that into the episode title. So, we need an intern.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we
intern.
Really do. I feel like we could get one. What? I'll ask my little brother.
We could be like intern. Tweet that.
I actually had a suggestion for an episode title that I built into the notes that I totally scrolled right past, and yeah, why did I bring it up now? I don't know, because it's pointless. We didn't talk about it.
Yeah, cool story, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? Beauty of being live on here. As if I ever like really cut anything or would go back and do any serious editing before we did this live.
No, man, I get it, man. Editing's hard.
Well, that, and by the time we're done with this whole thing, it's midnight and I'm drunk and I got to get the kid at school at 7 in the morning, and I just want it out there and be done with it.
You're like, the whole point of this thing is I'm drunk, and by the time I'm drunk, I don't care.
All right, we get a technical advice here. It looks like a Kimberly Brown.
Who is that? Who is that? Who might that be? Is she like in
the new camera? So everybody join our Patreon so we can afford to get Ryan a new camera.
Wow.
Thanks, babe. Love you, mean it.
Way to go, Dave. Making that a fundraising pitch. That was good. Good.
So the big topic I wanted to talk about, I mean, we're 43 minutes in, but I was not expecting to bring this up, but the news cycle is what it is, and we've got bowl predictions. Going into week 1, we got our way too early bowl predictions, and it's kind of interesting for the Sun Belt, not necessarily for Georgia State, but it's kind of interesting. And obviously these most bowls probably won't happen. Like you'll get the upper echelon, and then all those crappy bowls that we go to won't actually happen. But they put all Sun Belt teams into bowls probably because there's only that number of teams that can make it to bowls. But playing this season, whatever I'm trying to say. They've got us playing in the Camila Bowl, which is one of those Alabama bowls, right? And isn't Camila Alabama?
Is that the one in Birmingham, though?
Maybe so. But it's against Western Kentucky. We already beat them in a bowl game.
Dude, I'll take it. We'll just extend our win total. It's fine.
All right. Well, then, but look at this though. In comparison, Texas State is in the Cactus in their prediction, Cactus Bowl versus West Virginia.
Where's the Cactus Bowl? Is that in Arizona?
I would assume
that's a matchup.
I would assume
that
or Arizona, but
no, they can have it. They can have West Virginia all the way the F out there.
All right. How about this one then? South Alabama in Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Jesus.
I don't know what that is, but it is
no. So Alabama white sauce, man. They are all about their mayo. Alabama loves their mayo.
It is a New Year's Eve game, and it's against Florida State.
Oh wait, John Weaver told us Montgomery.
That's what Camilla
The Camilla Bowl. Yeah.
The Cactus Bowl's in Phoenix.
Yeah. Bye.
Stadium. Wow.
Have fun. Have fun in Arizona, y'all. What was the other one? What was the one you just said, David?
The Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Where's that?
Jesus Christ.
In every picnic and every
it's not in Alabama.
It's the potato salad bowl.
They're all like white people bowl.
But no, they have South Alabama playing Florida State.
Charlotte.
Okay, that's not bad.
Florida State?
But playing Florida State.
Yeah.
South
That's
Alabama
insane.
playing Florida State.
That's insane.
So we're not getting the name brand team to play us.
Right.
We're getting a win though.
Right, but like I don't know if this is a satire site, cbssports.com, that posts. But I'm like, what the hell? How does South Alabama get Florida State? Are these because of are they the closest schools to each other or something? Like, but they're playing in Charlotte.
So they both have to go like they're probably like 30 miles apart from each other, and they have to go like 300 miles northeast.
More than that.
But,
it's 300 miles from Atlanta.
I'm just making shit up. I'm literally just making shit up, man. Like, please don't correct me. They're like 2 miles apart from each other and have to go really far away.
Ryan, if we didn't correct you, then this show would be only about 5 minutes long. And then finally, Appalachian State. You know, the baby doll of Sunbelt, the princess, the sweetheart. They have them playing January 1st in the Outback Bowl against LSU.
What? Nice.
Yeah. So
man, Sunbelt's coming up in these rankings.
So all I'm saying is, if Georgia State can do their business and win the Sunbelt,
we're playing FSU. We're playing FSU in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Sports. We're going to be playing. That was it. Outback Bowl. It's Orlando or Orlando against
Orlando. Yeah.
Is that where Outback is?
Yeah.
Nice, man. I'm there. I'll go.
I would absolutely go to Georgia State in the Outback Bowl against whoever it may be.
yeah, but LSU, come on, let's do it. Let's win. Let's just like upset them. Let's do it.
So obviously, none of these are going to come to fruition. They're completely highly unlikely. But
what? You crazy, man?
I don't know. Outback Bowl is in Tampa, I think. Right?
Okay, but so
it's basically the same place.
It's Orlando, Tampa. It's an hour and a half away.
It's for Atlantans. It means like, do you fork right and go an hour, or fork left and go an hour?
Pretty much. So, anyways, with these highly unlikely matchups, what would other than if we're going to talk about highly unlikely, then obviously we want Georgia State to go to the playoffs. But let's just say non-playoff bowls. What is your highly unlikely bowl and matchup, and why is it the Peach Bowl against Georgia?
What?
I'm actually stuck thinking about the Outback Bowl, and we tailgate at Cigar City Brewing and having excellent beers and maybe not getting to the game.
Dude, Florida does not give a single something. God, man. I'm already in last call, by the way. You guys are already out of this place.
If anybody else has not noticed, we certainly have.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was the setup that Ryan and I failed on, real quick?
What is your dream bowl outside the playoffs? What is your dream bowl scenario? Your highly unlikely bowl scenario, and why is it Peach Bowl against Georgia, University of Georgia?
Well, that's the clear choice,
right? That's what I'm saying.
And it's a playoff matchup.
Yeah.
If I'm dreaming.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about that.
I don't know the pathway to get there.
I want to see him play that. I told you I'm going to wear my red and black underwear, but I will wear royal blue, panther blue, everything that anyone can see.
And like I told you, I don't care about your underwear. So
that's fine. That's fine. I want to see it, and I'll be cheering on our Panthers all the way. Let's do it.
There was another one that I thought was kind of interesting. A match that they had was Monroe in the Fenway Bowl, which I'm assuming is Fenway Park, against Marshall. Oh, sorry, it's not Marshall, against Syracuse. And I just want to play Syracuse because my in-laws are all Syracuse fans. And
that's not the worst.
But I don't want to be in Boston on December 20th outside watching a football game either.
But they're AAC, right?
Syracuse is ACC.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. I just assumed because they were good at basketball, they were, Big East AAC. My bad.
Well, that was should I have something else about bowl stuff? But this is with so many conferences not playing. This is an opportunity for all G5 schools to really do something in the bowl situation, pending bowl games actually happening. So it could be a time where we actually get into a bowl game. If we do our stuff right, we get into a bowl game that we would never see ourselves in or imagine ourselves in normally. Hopefully something better than Camilla against Western Kentucky, because
Camilla.
Whatever. I don't care. It's a crap bowl.
Well, it's a flower, man. It's a southern flower, man. What are you doing?
I want to go to a bowl game every single season, and I don't give a crap about Camilla, whatever.
Camilla, man, have a little respect for
flowers,
Georgia.
Sorry, sorry, don't care. If it's not Magnolia, that's the state flower, Magnolia. If it's not Magnolia, I don't care about that flower. It's nothing to me.
That's fair. Magnolia flowers are beautiful. It's fine.
No, I got a magnolia tree in my backyard and puts leaves in my pool.
Oh my God, it sheds, and they're like these giant leathery pieces of.
And they're the first leaves to go to the bottom of the pool where you got like vacuuming them out and everything.
And I don't even. I have to mow my lawn, not because my lawn is high, but because I have magnolia leaves all over it.
Or on magnolia trees in Georgia.
Yeah. And people that live in Georgia and have magnolia trees understand. We're gonna draw in listeners on that. Everyone else is like, what the are these guys talking about?
All right, I have a couple of other little things. I think I'm going to save that for last call, but I do want to get back. Gary had some more questions.
Jesus Christ.
What do we got, Gary?
No, I think it's good. Do we know about any more concerts that are playing for Georgia State?
No.
Well, no. There was talk before Foo Fighters. There was talk about a major international band that was supposed to be playing there that fell through because of our blocked views with some of the lighting in the upper areas and everything that fell through. But yeah, Georgia State wants them. Georgia State wants more concerts there. We just haven't been able to get them yet because of weird ticketing policies and stuff that we've heard about. Right? Isn't that
what weird ticketing policies?
Well, it's like how like Ticketmaster and Live Nation have their control over certain venues, and so we can't get into it because we're not part of that. Or
we got to let go of that kind of crap.
Yeah, I don't know all the deals. There's something, and something's happening. But let's see. There was another follow up. Do you want to host? Of course, we want that. That's free money. Anytime we can host an event, then that's free money for the university and for the athletics program.
So I did get. Facebook sent me the picture of the flashback or whatever, and the picture was of my trunk for the first game when I was loading up our suite with all of our alcohol when you guys made all your orders and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, God, that Foo Fighters, we also got to fill up our suite with booze for the Foo Fighters concert, and that was awesome. It was just so cool to be able to not have the drinks from the stadium.
Not to pay the $8 for a Sweetwater IPA or a Goose Island or something like that.
Yeah, we had whatever we wanted in our fridge. It was great.
Yeah. No, to answer Gary's question, it was a great experience. I think not only for the people watching, but Dave Grohl even came out there and said, "This is a big ass stadium," and he had a blast. And I think at one point he said, "Get ready, we're gonna play this place all night long." And he just. Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun.
I'm not even a giant Foo Fighters fan, but going there, I was like, man, their live set was just like the epitome of rock and roll. I was so psyched. I loved it.
I think John Weaver says it best. That was a good time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we because of all that booze we put into that suite.
It was cool.
I don't remember a lot of it, but it was all thing. Yeah, and then Charlie Brown saw former Falcons kicker Matt Bryant backstage. Well, she saw him in the concourse and then reached out to his wife and found out that Matt Bryant was actually watching on stage because that's like his favorite band ever. So
I like the Foo Fighters. That was a great concert. I thought the event went off without a hitch for the most part. Got to showcase our new stadium, our new setup, and hopefully we can get some more concerts to come in there.
For sure.
Yeah, obviously, they're not able to successfully do any kind of live concerts right now because there are no live concerts right now. So,
True.
like, period.
Hopefully next year-ish.
Next year-ish, yeah.
I don't know. I can't predict the future.
If we're early on in the push to like reopen, I think there will be a lot of opportunity. So I hope we do that. It sounds like athletics department is like happy to do it. So
yes. I mean, yeah, obviously we want more of that kind of going on there. We want that to become a venue that's just used regularly throughout the city for all kinds of events. I mean, it is for some other sporting events and commercials and things like that. But we want it to be that thing that you see advertised all the time, like this week at Center Park Stadium is going to be, so-and-so band. I think we're ready to wrap it. We're about hitting about an hour. We can wrap this up, head to the last call. I got a couple other topics that I wanted to put here, but we can do it there.
I got to go tinkle.
Yeah, well, of course you do because of you. So,
are you gonna invite people to join us?
Yeah. If there's anybody that's watching right now that wants to join us on last call when Ryan, Tim, and I talk, you come right on there with us, be part of the conversation, and we'll just talk about this episode and the other topics that I had on tap for tonight. Just post it in the comments. Just say that you're interested, or if you are friends with any one of us, message us directly. Let us know. We will send you a link and let you be part of it. We do this every week now. It's kind of cool to have some fans join us on last call. Fans. Why fans? No one's gives a shit about us.
Fans of Georgia State.
Fans of Georgia State. Yes.
I knew what you meant. I didn't even question it until you started correcting yourself.
I just thought this was Tuesday happy hour. What's going on?
It starts a little bit later, but yeah.
I might be eating my dinner.
I'll be okay with you eating your dinner on last call. Pretty much anything goes on last call. So keep if you do want to join us, keep the kids out of the room because like I said, anything does go.
Things are gonna get weird.
So thanks to everybody watching and listening to this. Thanks Ryan, Tim for being here. Trying to make this as fun of an experience as we can. You can help out with that by becoming a Patreon member of ours. Just go to patreon.com/State of Atlanta, where you can get some other perks that I'm not going to talk about right now, but there's perks. Go to the page. They'll tell you all about it. It's cool. Perks. Thanks for listening, everybody. Good times, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Tim.
Bye.